Hey, hello scrappers. I get out here and cut a few of these compressors down, at least do the one and get a video. This is a big old thing, come out of a train condenser unit. So all the coils in it were aluminum. I'm afraid that might be what the windings in this are going to be aluminum. So, but of course I'm going to use the angle grinder, so it's going to get loud. So if you're wearing earbuds, you might pull them out or turn your volume down real quick, and this will take a couple minutes. So whenever you're ready, here we go. I'm using Go Yonder cutting discs I get on Amazon. I have them on my Amazon affiliate page. There'll be a link in the description below the video. I could have used a plasma cutter to cut this open, or even a cutting torch. Plasma cutter would probably be cheaper than torch, but I may have to use that torch here one of the days. I got a contact on, I still got to get a hold of the guy on mobile home frame. But we'll get back to cutting. Yeah, they just cut good. They last pretty long unless you drop it and break it. They do break easy because they are thin if you drop it. Yeah, it's not supposed to get above freezing today, so got a little bit of heat going, but at least it's in the upper 20s. Wind's not really blowing much at all. So you're here in a little bit. I'm going to try to get out there and get that tractor started up and see if I can't clear that sleet out of the driveway. Had a good probably half-inch or so of sleet come down, then a little bit of freezing rain on top of that. So made a nice layer of ice. cutting just above the weld. Well, I'm back almost there. A few inches to go, 6/8. As you can see, I use less than a full disc on this big old thing. Get a little liquid there, let it run into the barrel. Curious. That looks like it's copper. Awesome. It's going to be a nice chunk of copper too. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pause the video for a minute. Well, maybe not. Let's get this out of the way. Yeah, this thing weighs quite a bit. I wonder if I was going to be able to get it up here without having to use the bring the chain hoist over here. You know, hit a little spot here. Yeah, it's definitely copper. Okay, that looks like about 1/2 inch. I got a 1/2 inch 9/16 here. Yeah, well, actually, I think it's 13. This has got a lot of play. So here's a 13. Thing is definitely tight. I should probably get a socket. Let me see. Make a little room over here on the table for it. So I'm going to have to pause the camera here in a little bit anyway. Oops, I hate it when that happens, right down in the oil. Hey, I'll have to... This probably isn't long enough to fish it out with it either. That's why I like having these telescopic magnets around. Don't have to do that too often, but sometimes I get tired and wore out and don't want to bend all the way over to pick something up off the ground. That's not as easy as it used to be. So I use a telescoping magnet. Yeah, I had a feeling I was going to drop it down in there. Yeah, I think tomorrow, Saturday, is supposed to get a little above, of course that's probably when you'll be watching this, a little above freezing. I'm trying to get out here and get a little more done. I did get out here just a little bit the last 2 days. Tore down 5 computers in the other room. Tore down a couple, what was it, Wednesday, and then Got 3 of them yesterday. Trying to make a little room in that 8x16 building. I did find out over here by the greenhouse, this 20-foot long room where I got my barrels of copper and aluminum and all that in there, where I feed the cats. I saw 2 little piles of sleet on the floor. I looked up and had a couple holes about the size of a quarter, 50-cent piece, something like that. I don't know if that thing doesn't want to turn it. My fingers are getting cold. Like I said, I should have. If I had a 13mm socket handy, I'd just go that route. Hope everybody here in the States are staying warm. I think scrapping is pretty slow right now for a lot of people. There's a friend down under in Australia. They're having a lot of heat down there. Saw someone posted a question on the scrap metal talk group about this war in Ukraine, between Russia and Ukraine, if that's going to help drive scrap prices up or not. That'd be nice if it did, but we'll just have to wait and see. But prices fluctuate one way or the other. I know with that deal going on over there, stock prices dropped. I should have pulled up the commodity list and seen, just seen what was happening. Pull up the commodities and just see where aluminum and, basically the stock market. See what tin prices, if they went up or went down. That would kind of tell you, with the internet, just check your commodity prices and you'll see the price of basic metal, aluminum, stuff like that in there, copper, and kind of give you an idea. If it's going up, then prices at the yard might go up. If it goes down, prices at the yard will probably most definitely go down. Okay, so let me get a screwdriver. Got a tote right there with some tools I was using outside. Turn those condenser units down. Yeah, let's see if I can get that off of there. There we go. Might real quick zero the scale out. Might set that on the scale real quick, just get an idea what the whole unit weighs. Wow. 30 pounds, 15 ounces right there. I'll set this one. Yeah, set that in the wheelbarrow. And everything's falling down there in the oil today, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to probably hang this back up on the wall, change the blade out in the grinder, and then I'll get the lid on the barrel, and then we'll come back. Okay, got her all back. And I'm not sure how deep I'm going to be able to cut into this. I'll cut what I can, then I'll get the sawzall. It looks like a pretty good chunk of copper. One thing I haven't done, I haven't turned the air compressor on or got any of that ready to go, so I guess I'll do that after I finish cutting this. I'll fire that up and get the air chisel ready. Kind of, hopefully it'll get built up before I stay built up while I chisel that out of there. Otherwise I'll have to pause it. And see, I didn't get very deep with it. This thing's just so thick. Sure how two bars on the light, so wires are kind of trying to pull a little bit, but they're pretty thick, so it didn't make a big mess. Just out of curiosity, put this on the scale, see what that weighs. 1.14 ounces. Nice. Sure tell where the grinder cut it and where the saw cut it. Yeah, I gotta get one of these little plastic pieces off of there. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video again and fire up the air compressor, let it get built up, and then we'll come back and see if we can't get that cleaned up out of there. And put that back on the scale in the bucket, and be back in just a second. Okay, compressor caught up and everything, so I've got that good to go. I have had people comment on cutting these, some of these big ones, they use a 7.5 inch grinder. And I've got one here from the Bauer from Harbor Freight. The thing I like about this one, you can push this button here, so if you're cutting like this, the hand will be kind of awkward. But you can push that button and you can turn the handle. So I like that. I need to check and find out if that Go Yonder, if they make a 7-inch cutting disc. Right now I'm just using the Harbor Freight cutting discs. Now let's see how easy this or hard this comes out. For those that are kind of new to the channel, I've taken a bit and modified it. I had a longer one, but one side broke off, so I had to take another one. Need to get another long wide one. Budging a little bit. That compressor will probably come back on before I get this out, so I'll have to pause it again. It is moving. Some of these are in there really tight. Some smaller ones, man, they pop right out of there. Hasn't moved much. Yeah, worst comes to worst, I'll cut the strings and I can just take it out of kind of a strand, section at a time. When they're all tied together like this, it's tries to pull a lot of it at once. And starting to go. I got to make sure this barrel likes to loosen up too, so kind of see here a little bit we're moving a little. freeze up. I'm really kind of surprised this is copper. I really expect that big old thing to be aluminum windings. Some of these strings are breaking anyway. I may cut a few of those. Might make it go a little bit faster and easier. Cut like that maybe. They're pretty fast. I don't know if you heard what I said. I said get that cut. Sometimes they'll pop out of there pretty quick. Kind of surprised the compressor hasn't kicked back on yet. Okay, I'm back. I was waiting for that compressor to build up. Went ahead and did the nuts for these automotive fans. Get it out of the way a little bit. Something new weighted. Okay, now where were we? Back at this, huh? Side there, a lot of resistance. This side pulled out pretty good. That other side pretty put up a fight. And we'll flip it to the other side. Take two strands. Well, not strands, but sections. Sometimes it's better to cut them strings off of there. Let go. Trash can a little closer. Pulling this in the next section will come out with it. Strings off of there. Just about got it done. Pull that one out of my hand. I got that scale set for the zero out with the bucket on it, but so this will be off by a few ounces, about 4 ounces. I'm saying 23 pounds, 15 ounces. It's actually 23 pounds, 11 ounces just for that. Now what I do, I try to pull some of this plastic and whatnot off of there. Give me some side cutters. Stick that down in there where it doesn't go anywhere. Of course, we've got some copper here that's kind of taped up. I'll set that off to the side. I can throw that in with insulated. Sometimes I have to just cut that, and then the plastic will slide off. Try to get as much clean as we can. Yeah, if a guy was doing this for a living, you just have to decide for yourself, is it worth your time? A lot of people say, oh, it's not worth the time. Well, it's not worth their time, but it may be worth somebody else's time. They don't stop and think, you know, not everybody has a lot of contracts that they gotta, you know, get out and pick up. Got a lot of new scrappers out there that might be all they have to do. They may not have any jobs lined up to go pick up, or they may not have much else to tear down. So, but they want to stay busy, so they can tear it down and make a few more sense out of it, you know. Let's get a weight on this and see what we got. £6 pounds, 6.3 ounces. I'll go ahead and take the camera over there, get these gloves off. Oily things. Get this out of the tripod. £6. It was 3 something a pound, so probably close to $20. But I really shouldn't be probably throwing prices out there, because it depends on when you guys watch this video, where you're located, and what the prices are in your area. So let you guys figure out the price on, you know, by your prices. If it was you that cut that open and had the 6 pounds of copper. About a little over 6 1/3 pounds. Not far from 6 1/2. But it's a nice little bit of copper. Not bad for a Friday afternoon. Getting yeah, I'd still be on the clock if I was at work, so you know, it's vacation day basically. So I'm getting my hourly pay, plus, you know, getting to come out here in the shop and make a little more money. So I can't complain. Well, I'm going to go in the house and get this video ready to go. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends or in different groups or wherever, whatever. If you're not a subscriber, I want to invite you to take a look around the channel and some of the playlists and the different things I do. You can see I got a bit here to do. I got a nice pile over here. That's just inside the shop. I got some wires there to strip. Got a little bit of copper in there. This is some of my brass. That's aluminum windings. And then die cast. And this is my stainless steel barrel. As you can see, it's overflowing. Like I said, I had a couple spots where I had sleet, so then I look up and I see this hole. So wow, I didn't know I had that hole there. Got some extruded, some cast aluminum. Then I got another hole over here by where I feed the cats. up there. So yeah, I may have to take all this plastic off one of these days and cover it with tin. It looks like I got a bucket blown way out there. Yeah, get out here one of these days and get all that aluminum picked up. So I brought that bin over there. I can kind of cut it in big pieces and throw it down in there. Got a lot of screws and probably staples. Got a few fluorescent lights out there got to do. So I got to try to get that done before too much longer, before that grass starts growing. Guess I'll unplug my air and shut the compressor down. So I'm going to call it quits for that video. I'll probably try to get out here in a little bit. See if I can get the tractor going and try to clear the driveway a little bit. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.